Kevin Stefanski talked about the missed field goal last night.
I mean, I think it's preseason, so everybody's working through the preseason, and certainly, as you know, Tony, Cade wants to make those so that we can finish as a team, so we can go get that W. But he's like any young player, he's like any player on our roster that it's preseason, so he's got to continue to work through it.
How happy were you that it looked like he had rebounded by making 3 of 3 for those?
Yeah, again, I think Mary Kay, with the preseason, you're constantly trying to perfect your craft. Obviously, making the first 3 is great, and then he knows he wants to make that last one. So that's something that I think he'll continue to work through.
Jared, they're not going to say it publicly. Behind closed doors, you got to be concerned. You have to be really concerned.
You do, and I think the caller hit the nail on the head but didn't realize it when he said it. It's really about big games. I think this Browns team, if they're not good enough to beat most of the teams on their schedule, then it really doesn't matter that Cade York is not good. And I don't mean that to be flippant or anything else. They have spent so many resources on Deshaun Watson, Myles Garrett, Zadarius Smith, Okoronkwo, Amari Cooper, David Njoku, Denzel Ward. Across the board, they have spent so many resources on those players that if this Cleveland Browns team is struggling and needing a field goal to win games against, I'm not going to try to create any billboard material, but against those types of teams, then they already have a problem. But the problem is that the Browns are going to need that kicker against the Cincinnati Bengals, probably against the Baltimore Ravens, probably against the Kansas City Chiefs, Buffalo Bills, or whoever they might see in the playoffs. And that's where it really, really matters. The fact that Cade York is probably not going to be the one that derails their actual season, he could be the one that derails the playoffs and some of those more important games. And I'm just not sure what the Browns see that tells them to not even bring in competition.
Yeah, again, that was a glaring concern late in the game because the game was on the line and it just didn't happen.